Hi, and welcome to Mermaid Song Tarot. So glad that you can be here today. This reading is for Virgo for the month of April and will be your energy elemental reading. This is for all Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign Virgos. You'll want to take a look at the other videos of your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs to see how the energy will play out for you in the rest of the month. Keep in mind this is a general reading. Not everything will resonate with everyone, and that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. As always, I like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, and fabulousness. And I ask that the messages be clear and concise and for the highest good of everyone who watches this video. Okay, so as always, I like to do a 5-card reading for the 4 elements plus spirit. So the first one that we're going to draw for is the element of earth, which has to do with your resources. And you have the Chariot. Interesting. All right, so with the element of earth, that has to be our resources, right? And resources are anything that supports us. This could be our career, our relationships, our energy. The Chariot card really shows us that during this month you are going to be moving forward and you are going to have a plan and a map to get there. The Chariot is always about forward movement, and it's a major arcana card, so it is about major movement. You may be, this month, Virgo, you may be changing jobs. You may be starting a new business. You may be making big strides in your relationships, either fine-tuning them or even possibly leaving a relationship or moving towards a new one. That's definitely possible. Other resources. You may find that actual movement is very helpful to you, such as exercising the body. Any form of movement is what's going to be key for you, and how it relates to the things that support you. Movement. All right, next card is going to be the element of air, which is about our thoughts, our mental processes, and our communications with ourselves and with others. And we have 6 of Pentacles. Nice. All right, so as you know, Pentacles has to do with our resources. And since this is thoughts and communications, looks like your communications with others are going to actually be profitable in one way or another. Could be that your idea and your communication about it, perhaps at work you come up with a great idea and you receive a raise for it. It could be that you're able to communicate with your friends and you really receive blessings in the form of a closer relationship with them. 6 of Pentacles is always about we have plenty, and in fact we have enough to share with others. So Virgo, this is going to be a month where your communications are going to be very plentiful. You may find that you're communicating in ways that you haven't ever communicated before. Could mean that you also receive a communication that has to do with resources. So perhaps you're receiving a communication that you've inherited some money, or you're receiving a communication that maybe you got the job, or you hear from a friend that you haven't heard from in a long time. Anything to do with communications and wealth of resources. All right, next card is the element of fire. Woo. And that has to do with our passions, our desires, and you didn't flip all the way over, and our actions that we take. I'll put that on the bottom. Okay, what is for Virgo with the element of fire, please? There we go. All right, the element of fire, which is our actions and passions. We have the 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands is a card that speaks of feeling overwhelmed and burdened. As you can see, we've got a tree person here who's carrying an entire city on her back. Well, that's quite a burden. And so it could be that you feel a little bit overburdened by all the things that you've taken on in your life, Virgo. Remember also, this is about our actions. You may feel a little bit frozen at the moment, overwhelmed so that you don't know what step to take. Always when the 10 of Wands comes up, I like to ask, in what ways have you taken on burdens that are not yours to carry? these people in this city, they don't need her to hold them up. So possibly there might be, you know, someone or something in your life that someone else can take care of. Is it your burden to carry? But also remember that whatever burdens that you've chosen to carry, you've chosen them with a purpose. So if you have responsibilities to others, you chose that with a purpose, right? You wanted to help take care of them in some way. And sometimes just thinking about why we have the burden helps to make the burden not be so overwhelming. All right, and it didn't flip over. All right, our next element is water, which has to do with our emotions and our feelings and how we connect to those and how they express. And you have the Eight of Cups. Wow, Leo got this in their reading as well. The Eight of Cups, of course, cups is the suit in the tarot that has to do with emotions. And the Eight of Cups always speaks about someone leaving behind some of the, you know, emotionally speaking, they leave it behind them, all the good things that they've had, because they are not emotionally satisfied just yet. They are searching for the 9th and the 10th cup, you know, full completion. So this is always a card of emotional fulfillment, looking for emotional fulfillment. And since we're talking about our emotions here, and this is the card representing emotions and feelings, it looks like that possibly some of your burdens that you're feeling have to do with you don't feel completely emotionally fulfilled in some area of your life. That could be your job, that could be your primary love relationship, it could be in your friendships. It could be in a lot of different areas. So you'll want to take a look, Virgo, in the month of April to see where you're not emotionally fulfilled and look at what steps you can take. Because look, you've got the Chariot. So the Chariot is all about taking action. And I see action here. You have action here. Everything is action except for this Ten of Wands. And in fact, that's also an action card because she's actively supporting that. So you do have a lot of action here. You just need to get your feelings on board with it. All right, final card is card for spirit, your soul, your higher self. What does your soul or higher self want you to know? Let me pick up this card on the floor so we can include it. All right, spirit, what do you want to tell Virgo? All right. Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords often speaks of sorrow or sadness, can indicate heartbreak, but also it's the fact that swords are about our thoughts and how our mind works. So it could just be we're looking at a situation from a negative viewpoint, right? Remember, this is minor arcana, so it's not the death card. It's not complete and utter, you know, annihilation. This is a card about those thoughts that we have. And perhaps it might be where we're thinking a little bit negatively, right? So your soul is saying it's okay to feel these feelings, and then it's okay to move on. Remember, you've got the Chariot card. And the Chariot card is major arcana, big energy. So you've got big energy of movement, and you have big energy of movement in amazingly every single suit. Pentacles, Wands, Cups, and Swords. So Virgo, this is going to be a very transformative month for you. You're going to see a lot of movement in many areas of your life. Wow, that's pretty powerful. That's really exciting. All right, I would definitely say watch the other videos for your moon and rising sign if you are a sun sign Virgo, because that's going to help you figure out how this energy is going to play out in your month. You're definitely going to be reevaluating some of your responsibilities and what makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. That's going to be a big element for you, Virgo, in the month of April. Overall, I really like this reading. Even though we've got some sadness here, this is not a permanent situation, right? You're moving forward. You're up-leveling. You're raising your vibration here, especially with the Six of Pentacles. I like it. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And if this reading resonated with you, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you'd like to receive future videos from Mermaid Song Tarot. Thank you so much, and many blessings.